Sony scraps Beyond the Spider-Verse footage delayed to 2027, updated. Gotta talk about Spider-Man. Gotta talk about Spider-Man, but not the live action Spider-Man, not the MCU Spider-Man, but what they got going over here at Sony. And they can be really frustrating when it comes to the way they handle the character. But to be honest with you, the way they've handled Miles Morales and Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse has been great. But we have a rumor that we're going to get into from the world of real, okay? And what do they have to say, Lamont? Sony scraps Beyond the Spider-Verse footage delayed to 2027, updated. Spider-Verse composer Daniel Pemberton is denying Snyder's reporting as not particularly accurate. However, Snyder is sticking by his report and calls Pemberton's comments the worst fucking denial of all time. Damn. Shots fired. Now, earlier, this says, let's see, earlier, if Spider-Man 4 is ready to shoot earlier next year with a 2026 release date and inevitability, then it's a whole other story for Sony's next animated Spider-Verse movie. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was a huge commercial and critical success back in 2023. The sequel, Beyond the Spider-Verse, was initially supposed to be released theatrically of March of this year, but was abruptly removed from the schedule. Jeff Snyder is now being told that Sony has scrapped most of Beyond the Spider-Verse for creative reasons and that the movie is now unlikely to release before 2027, given the detailed animation it requires. The Beyond Spider-Verse team is apparently relieved by scrapping as they will now have more time to work on the sequel. Wow, wow, wow. Now, I'm going to let y'all read the rest of that if you want to. There's not that much, but Lamont, Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse are some of the best superhero comic book movies released of all time. Not only that, just some of the best movies. I mean, they are phenomenal. I mean, both of them are at least a 9.5 out of 10 for me. I mean, when I was walking out of that last film, I was saying to myself amongst a ton of other people, I was like, wait a minute. If they come and knock part 3 out of the part, just like they did part 1 and 2, this could go down as one of the best trilogies of all time. Up there with Toy Story, up there with the original Star Wars films, up there with Lord of the Rings. So on one hand, this makes me nervous because I want them to get it right. I don't want them to mess it up. I want the animation to be fantastic. But at the same time, it makes me happy because I'm like, hey, you know, you're taking your time and getting it right. I would rather them postpone this because of animation than creative reasons. But how do you feel about this, man? Is this good? Is this bad? You know, would you rather the film come out sooner rather than later? How are you feeling about the whole thing, man? And what do you think is really going on? And remember, Snyder said this is the biggest fucking denial of all time. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Because we're not in the offices, I'm going to accept that it's being pushed back to get the animation right. If I'm with you, B.A., if they're doing this for the animation, I'm 100% on board. Why would Sony risk probably one of their most successful films franchises ever to not get it right? I'm going to err on the side that Sony is just making sure that everything is right about this. Because if they get 3 right, 3 is going to turn into 4. 4 is going to turn into 5. And as long as they can keep getting the previous movie correct, this is going to be a cash cow for them. And I don't see them pushing it back other than to make sure everything is right on the animation. So for my own personal sake behavior, I'm going to rock with they're pushing it back for the sake of getting the animation correct.
Right on, man. I think you're right. I hope you're right. We're definitely going to see. But like you said it, man, why would Sony risk one of their best, most successful franchises off of something, sillier that they want to rush through and not just think through, man? Yeah, I got a win on your hands, Sony. I know I give y'all a hard time, but y'all winning here. Don't mess it up.
Right.
Get it right. Okay. This is crazy here, man. This is just wild. So definitely want to hear what all you guys think in the comment section below. But link is in the description, guys. Link is in the description. So read along, comment, all of that. Let us know what you think. Hopefully Sony can get things right, because it would be a darn shame if they couldn't.